If you're like me, you're an Opus X fan. If you haven't been hiding under a rock, you'll definitely know that Fuente came out with a brand new Opus X cigar, the OPUS X Society. Let's talk about it. So this 6x49 cigar is definitely not a budget stick. I'm not even gonna play around with y'all. We're just gonna hop right into it. This is not a budget stick. This is gonna run you about $100 to $130 depending on where you get it from. So you're talking about luxury end at this point. Would I dare pay this much for a cigar? Most of the time, no way. But this was an exclusive from Opus X, and I'm a big Opus X fan, so had to get my hands on it. I hope it's worth it. Look, they did a lot to this cigar, as you can see right here. The one band here is just taped on. I really don't care for tape on cigar bands. I'd rather use adhesive because it comes off a little bit ghetto. But this is the Opus X line, and I expect a little bit more out of it, so I'm not really caring for that band there. But the other one has a lot going on, a lot of different colors, and just a little bit of detail about the OPUS X Society here. The OPUS X Society basically is an upscale lifestyle and accessory company featuring tons of Fuente branded products such as ashtrays, cutters, and lighters. In a nutshell. So with that being said, that company who makes those luxury line of products for Fuente came together with this cigar and created a brand new Opus X, which features undisclosed tobacco. So we don't even know what any of the tobacco is in this cigar, but we can say it is a brand new tobacco that Fuente is experimenting on, and that's which the wrapper is wrapped in. So it's brand new tobacco, not ever even used for any of the Opus X line cigars. Exclusive? We'll see. Very airy cigar. There's some sweetness on that cold draw with dried plum and a little bit of raisin. Ton of cedar on the body that really stands out. There wasn't a cedar wrapper on this cigar, but there's a ton of cedar coming off on the profile. Interested to see how this lights up. Let's give it a light. I wanted to slow this lighting of the cigar down just a little bit. Didn't want to use a torch, so went ahead with a matchstick just to slow it down a little bit, give it a little softer burn. It's more of an expensive cigar, so I just like to take my time just a little bit more with cigars that are up there in price. Really want to pick up the natural nuances of the cigar. Don't want to risk burning, torching the cigar up. And that's really the reason why I chose with a match today. Nothing wrong with that. If you guys want to use a torch, that's fine. But I just chose the match. So my initial reactions on the Society cigar is that it comes off a bit stronger than the normal Opus X lines that are like, say like the Lost City, right? So this comes off a bit stronger, like it's more of the Ligero tobacco for me, which is Ligero is the leaf that's on top of the tobacco plant, right? So it's normally used in the Opus X lines, but I can definitely tell in this one because it's coming off a lot stronger at the beginning of this cigar. But tons of smoke output, which I like, and it's quite tasty. It comes off as that candied prune. There's a touch of sweetness in there. Black pepper for sure, with a bit of cayenne on the back of the palate there in the retrohale. There's a lot of spices there. Actually, the spiciness kind of just lingers on the back of the tongue there. The finish is, right now, nice long finish. The openness of the draw, when I first did the cold draw, worried me just a little bit because I was worried about the airiness of it all, but it's working just fine right now. Seems like a well-made cigar. The cigar is pretty, definitely rugged looking. It's a little bit darker, slight oiliness to it. Man, it's a pretty bumpy cigar. It's pretty. I feel like this is one of those experimental cigars where they just made it and it's like, hey, this is see what happens. They put it out on the shelf because this isn't a regular run cigar. So I guess we really can't see total perfection in the cigar, as this is one of those first run cigars that they're doing right now. So if I figure out if they keep this one in line, it'll probably look a lot better down the road. I don't know. We'll see. But right now, I mean, it's fine. It's smoking a bit stronger than what I normally like in my Opus cigars, but it's not bad at all. Okay, so my thoughts on the first third right now are not overly overwhelmed with the flavor profile. Really smokes to me like the Rosada Magnum R, if you're familiar with that, with the Fuente line, which is a great cigar, but I'm just expecting a lot more with this cigar, and I'm not really getting that right now. There's notes of toasted rice, the plum, and a bit of oak and leather coming out in the first third of this cigar. Like I said, it's okay right now, but it's not wowing me. I need this cigar to really bring on that punch right now, especially for the price of this cigar. Y'all stay tuned. All right, y'all, real quick, had to hop right in just to let you know, I was drinking bourbon with this cigar and it just was not working. I felt like the flavors were just bumping heads and it just didn't play well together. So what I decided to do was switch it up to rum. I grabbed a little bit of 10-1 to pair with this cigar, and that's where you need to go with this cigar. So if you're gonna get this cigar, I'd recommend pairing it with rum or maybe like a sweeter profile tequila. The rum isn't necessarily changing the flavor of the cigar, it's really just bringing out or enhancing the flavors of the cigar that's already there. So the plum just comes out a little bit more defined, okay? And that toasted right notes more defined as well. So I think we might be on track with this cigar. I'm gonna smoke it down a little bit more, update you if anything changes. Y'all hang tight. All right, y'all, second, third in that OPUS X Society cigar. And let me tell you something, I ain't wild, and I'm surprised, man. Like, this is probably the first OPUS X I've had where I'm just like, what's going on here, right? If you just get it for it just being exclusive, then I get it. I mean, that's where I was too when I got it. But man, this is not smoking like I'd expected it to be, okay? There are far better cigars within the $10 range that will outshine this cigar any day of the week, right? For me, it's just one-dimensional. There's no wow factor to it, and I can't even really give you many flavors, nuances that are coming off in the second, third. It just falls kind of flat with that plum and the toasted rice. It's just more burnt nuances, and smoking it slow. The smoke session is fine as far as how it's smoking, and the burn line was fine. The ash retention was really great. It held on for quite some time, but the burn line did come off a bit wavy. I gotta be honest. So it wasn't straight razor sharp. It did come off wavy. So I can tell you right now, not impressed. Not sure how much can change within this final third, but I'm gonna smoke it down and see if anything changes. Y'all hang tight. All right, guys, so finishing up with the second third of the cigar, getting into the final third of the cigar, and what I can tell you is I'm kind of done and just ready to be over with this cigar because I'm so not wowed by it, and I'm not getting anything from it that makes me want to continue smoking this cigar. Really expected more. Huge fan of the Fuente and the OPUS X line, but this one ain't doing it for me, y'all. Hey, if you got your hands on this cigar, y'all let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about it. I always remember taste is subjective, and how I feel may not be exactly how you feel about this cigar. But for me, I don't recommend it. I think they should take this one back to the lab and just fix it. I don't know if it's the wrapper or whatever the fillers are. Mind you, I'm pretty sure it's all Dominican, but I'm not getting the normal, those mild notes, those oakier notes, those flavors that meld together that creates this medium to full experience that's loaded with tons of flavors. Cigars with the OPUS X line that I normally get, not getting it with this cigar. And I guess I'm gonna have to be okay with that. We're not always gonna hit it out of the ballpark, okay? But y'all let me know what you think. Hey, if you liked the video, you leave a comment, like, share, subscribe. I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and either probably end this session right now, really. But I'll see you on the next Kindred Leaf video. Y'all know the motto, be kind to one another, be kindred in the leaf. We'll see you in the next Kindred Leaf cigar breakdown video. Man, it ain't even lit no more. I'm out.